So we're back, and this is the confirmation page that the data model was properly deployed. You could see deployment successful and that it shows us the fields that are in the table or the model. So this all looks good to me. We're going to go straight to the library and we'll start working on that. Now you're going to go ahead and paste in your Figma file link. I don't put anything beyond this code here, and I'm going to go ahead and sync with Figma. Everybody's done this already, and it shows me that there's 4 updates reviewed. I know that I have 4 items, so I'm going to accept all of them. Okay, we've got the 4 items there, and they are the same items that we put together earlier, same components. And I'm going to start with the basic one of the fox, and let me make my screen a little bit smaller. Okay, and then this. So I'm going to go ahead and configure this, and I always start by touching the top item in the browser sidebar, because I want to make sure that the right thing is selected. If this is not selected, it might look like it is, but that's when I want to put in the component properties. And I'm putting in fox lowercase, and the data model is uppercase fox. I do this for every UI component, every UI screen, piece of a screen that we do. I've got that there. Then I want to associate the image. I'm just going to use this set image source, and I know that's the SRC. And this text right here, notice I'm selecting over on the side. This text label is going to be the fox name. And then this last thing right here, set text label, and it's going to be the FID, my special ID. So we've done that. And then I'm going to go back to the UI library and pick my next item. I want the new fox item, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see it better. And again, configure this. I'll just make it 200. We're going to configure this. Again, I'm going to pick the top item in the browser, top label there, and then make the component properties same thing, lowercase fox, associate it with the data model that's proper, and then that's good. I'm going to go to the next item, and that is going to be this image right here. I'm going to go ahead and use the SRC as the image source, but we're going to put something in there later for it. And now I'm going to, these are placeholders that I defined in Figma, so they came over. I don't really want to change them. The users are going to look at that and know what they need to enter into the form. And so the last thing I need to do is configure my button, and I clicked on the item on the left browser. Then I'm going to go ahead and set an on-click action, and the on-click action is going to be create. And they're asking me for a model, and if you click on it, you can select the model from the models that you have. We just have fox here, and then it's asking me for FID. Which field does the FID come from? It doesn't come from the top field, it comes from the middle field. Where does name come from? That comes from the top field, and then the image SRC comes from the bottom field. So I've got these selected, and that's all I have to do. So let's configure this one more configuration. After I create a fox, I actually want it to go back out to the collection. So this is something that you need to know how to do. It's really important. And I'm going to edit, or we're editing this component right now. So for the whole component, or no, for the button, they're going to click on the button and click say. On click, it's going to get the data when it saves. And then what I want to do is, hang on, somebody is texting me. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and add one more thing. So we already have an on click to this. We're going to click on the plus. So I have the button selected and we're going to click on the plus. And then I want to add a on mouse leave. On mouse leave, or no, on mouse out. On mouse out. Okay, so when the mouse goes away from this button, I actually want the action to be to go to a URL, and this is going to help us with our navigation. And the URL that I want it to go to, I'm going to concatenate. Well, I'm going to put in here a /. Okay, and I'm just going to press enter. Okay, and then I'm going to actually, I think that that's fine. So when React sees the /, it's going to go to the right place. So I wanted to do that on mouse out. And then I want to go back to the UI library and then go to this nav bar. And then whenever somebody clicks on this dashboard, I also want the same thing to happen. So let's go ahead and configure this. I'll just make this a little bit bigger since we got it in front of us like this. I don't really have to I'll give it a property of, here I'm just going to call it nav bar, and we don't have to associate it. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and associate it with this data model. And then for the whole entire thing, so I make sure that this is selected over here. If anything is clicked on right now, well, actually, let's just make it the word, the dashboard word. If the dashboard word is clicked on, set on click action, what I want it to do is I also want it to go to a URL, and the same URL that we did before. And then just want to check to see if there's other properties that we can do. I think we could change the on mouse over. We can change it to on mouse leave, on mouse over. I think we want to change it to an arrow, but I don't know how to do that right now, but that's just something for you to follow up on later. If you have a mouse over, we don't want it to look like it's trying to, it has the text tool. I want the tool to be changed, but I'm not going to do that right now. So right now, if I click on this word, it's going to go to that URL. So we've pretty much set up all of these things. I think that that's good for now. And then in the next video, we're going to implement all of this into our React app. So I'll see you in the next video.